All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of What's Behind the Game, where you'll get an exclusive look at how all your favorite athletes eat, train, anything else you'd like to know. Today on the show, we have Jamison Michael, who is a retired runner who now works with really kind of like all different aspects of the running industry. So let's welcome Jamison.
What's good, man? I'm glad to be here. It took all week, but I finally made it.
That's
Good.
right. Thanks so much for coming on. So my first question is like, what's your story? So like, take us back. How'd you get involved in running and interested in running?
Um, like most runners, I wasn't athletic at anything else. So tried football. Realized I didn't like getting hit. Basketball wasn't tall enough or coordinated enough. Baseball just wasn't quite my thing. So my coach at the time in high school was like, "You should try running. It's easier for you to do." And so I got in cross country, track, and I kind of stuck around until they put me on varsity. Eventually, it happened. Uh, did that through high school, graduated, got a last minute, probably like a month before school started, a school contacted me to run track. I went out there, middle of nowhere, middle of West Texas. I was like, never
Oh,
been
wow.
out there, never heard of what was out there. Just went out
Yeah.
there on a whim, run track and go to school. Went there for 1 year and realized, oh man, I don't like West Texas. So yeah, man, I don't know if you guys been out to West Texas, but it ain't much out there. It's a desert. So
Yeah.
went out there for a year and I was like, okay, this was a bad decision. Where's the most fun place to go? Like, this is the most boring place in Texas. Where's the most fun place in Texas to go? I went on Google like everyone else does, and then
Yeah.
found a place called Austin, Texas, and I was like, that sounds interesting. Austin sounds fun. Let's do that. So went to Austin, Texas. Went to a small school here in Austin, and then just kind of stayed ever since. It's been 9 years since then. I haven't left. Got into coaching after graduation. I ran in college, obviously. But then I got more into video making. It was always a hobby of mine. So in college, I would do like music videos, just little fun tidbits, parodies, and just anything on video related was just fun for me to do.
Mhm.
And I always ran. And so when I was done competing, it was like, well, I want to keep making videos. I like running. Let's merge the two. So it's kind of when the videos first started. Um, just tips on how to run, tips on things people want to know about, merchandise and gear and all the kinds of thing that comes with running.
Mhm.
And so it started off with me just kind of choosing what I had on hand, my shoes I had, my shirts, and saying, hey guys, this is about to buy my apparel, my shoes. And people started watching slowly, surely. My videos were pretty bad at the time, and they couldn't get any worse. So they got better since then. And they got better. People start following, and companies start reaching out saying, hey, can you review our product? And I mean, start off with small brands, now brands all the way from the big names like Nike, Adidas, Saucony, New Balance. I've done stuff for all of them. I've done stuff for retailers, runningwarehouse.com, Row Runner Sports. I do local stuff here in Austin. So now I'm just the marketing guy for running stuff.
Yeah. No, it's funny you say it about West Texas because I have two people that generally are co-hosts and they go to Texas Tech.
I'm
So
sorry.
there's one.
I apologize.
That's West Texas, yeah. So in terms of your maybe a little bit in your own running career and in your coaching, what did you see with the athletes that some mistakes they made, or what do you generally see with runners that you think they could improve on or change?
I think what I saw as a coach, especially, was just the patience. I think everyone sees where they want to be, or they see where they want to be through other people and go, wow, like this guy over here is running that time. And what do I have to do to get there? And they just want to get there.
Hmm.
We don't think about the patience, the time, the hard work, the little things. A lot of things go unseen. I feel like we'll watch the TV, watch the Olympics coming up this next year, and we'll go, wow, that person ran an amazing time. But we don't see the grind they did behind the scenes up to that point. So a lot of times, I tell athletes, you got to do the little things that go unseen. You want to have that big moment, but you got to build towards that.
Hmm.
So even with beginner runners, they want to, running's hard at first for them, but it's like, hey, start off at 1 mile, a half a mile, walk, jog. Start somewhere. Don't get too hasty where you want to jump into the fun stuff too fast.
Hmm.
And sometimes it's an easy thing to do because, we get excited. especially with something new. It's like with me, it was YouTube. I did a video, like, oh, that was fun. All right, now I started doing more videos. Started doing too many where I wasn't actually just taking my time and just working on the
Right.
craft and making each video actually quality.
Right.
So same thing with running or anything. It's like you got to just do the small things, work on the small things, build up, and then you'll get there. So patience, people.
Yeah. What are some of those small things? I mean, we talk about starting small. What are some other small things that people tend to overlook when they're trying to?
I know for track and field, 'cause I was a sprinter. It was doing the small things such as doing the weight sessions. You could go to track practice and do the workout, but that's just the workout. That's a piece of the pie. So I'm gonna be a puzzle pie guy. So your final goal is like the entire pizza. Everything's a slice.
Mm-hmm.
So warming up, are you doing the full warm up, jogging, the stretching, the drills, the technique, small things? That might take you 30, 40 minutes to get through. The workout itself, are you being patient with the workout? Are you doing the way you're supposed to do? Are you doing your rest times? Are you doing your active recovery? Are you sitting around? All right, the workout's done. Most people can do the workout, but are they cooling down properly? Are you stretching it afterwards? Are you rolling out? Are you getting hydrated before and after a race or before a run? Or all these little things add up to where someone who just does the workout and someone who does all the small things with the workout, that's the difference of longevity as far as success in running that
Mm-hmm.
I've seen in athletes. I've seen people with a lot of talent that kind of just does the workout. And I see people with not as much talent who do all the small things, but over time become the more successful runner.
Right. Do you have any really great coaching stories, just in general, just from anybody you've worked with? Maybe something inspiring, or
I was just with my friend. She's actually the coach of the college that I went to now. So,
oh yeah,
so, but it's funny because a lot of us in college, going into college, we're high school athletes. We think we're all cool and big and bad, a little confident. And she's this little, 5'6", skinny little blondie girl. Came from a private school, a school of like a class of 20 people,
oh, wow,
and she ran. I guess in perspective of running, she ran the middle distance race, the 800, 2 laps around the track. And typically for a collegiate girl, typically a 2:10, 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 10 seconds is like pretty good. Anything faster than that, it's like, oh, hey, you're really, really good. She was a 2:32, which for those who don't know, isn't like, you wouldn't brag about that at all,
mm-hmm.
let alone go to college for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's more just like, I just want to try it and maybe I'll try. But she was a person like who worked so hard at everything her coach wanted her to do. Like just the nutrition, the warming up, all things I was mentioning, did all that. But her mindset was just to get better. And it's like people who weren't there at the beginning assume she's just great. So she ended up becoming like the team captain across country, breaking every single record that she ran in every event in track and field. She was the first person in our school history to go to nationals and cross country. Like, it was just incredible to see it. And she actually just finished off her, I guess, professional season. She ran at the Canadian National Championships this past week.
Wow.
And I was talking to her about it like last night, and she was just telling me like, man, it's some people there are so talented, and they're born to be there. And I was telling her, I said, that was kind of cool you got there because you weren't invited to that party.
Mm-hmm.
You were supposed to be there. So it's just the talent of hard work and consistency over years, because this is over 9 years of her doing it. Someone who shouldn't even rank college cross country, let alone run with national events like that, she shouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm.
But difference between hard work and doing the things over time, it shows.
Yeah.
I think it was just impressive to think that there she was, on the national television in Canada with professionals runners. So
yeah, that's pretty amazing. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not quite there yet myself, but like I said, I'm just a fan of many, so I kind of just cheer them on. And
I have a friend like that. So I went to St. Andrews private school here, and our coach was Gilbert Tuabonye.
yeah,
I know, yeah. And I have a buddy that he wasn't the most talented, but he became the captain by the senior year, just from doing the small things. And Gilbert was fun to run with because like I pulled a hamstring once, and he's like, "That's great, keep going."
Wow. He's a character.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
You need to get him on here if you haven't already.
Yeah,
I just saw him 2 days ago off the track.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I see him almost every day. He just with his group, always coaching.
Yep. So I wanted to ask you about, getting into the other aspects of the running industry. What was that like breaking in?
It was very scary because at one moment it's just fun. Most times we do things like YouTube and things. It's just fun. You're just putting a video out for a couple of friends. You're laughing, making jokes, nonchalant. It just ha. And then you get that email from that brand saying like, "Hey, Jamie, like representative from New Balance," and all of a sudden there's like a expectation. There's like a standard you have to hit. And now it's like, do I upset them? It's always this. It's fun and stressful at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was just weird to balance out Jamie, the personality, because people subscribe, people watch. They want to see the personality of the person they're watching. They want to see them be funny and charismatic and tell about the shoes, but still be interesting. But then when you throw a business aspect into it, now the dynamic is kind of like, keep it balanced. You can't be too goofy or too outrageous because now all of a sudden you lose the business side of it.
Right.
And eventually this is pretty much my job now. So every day I'm recording, I'm studying up on a newer product, I'm traveling for videos or whatever. So let's keep that balance. So if you don't be too boring, you don't want to be a commercial where you're just like, "Hi, I'm Jamison Michael, and today we got the New Balance." No, it's boring. No one wants to hear all that. Yeah. But at the same time, I can't go out there, with my shirt off and swinging my shirt around. You gotta keep it somewhere in the middle. So find that balance is the key right now. But yeah, it's been great. I've met the faces behind the brands. I think that's something I never thought I would be able to do. You see Nike, you see the swoosh, you see the 3 stripes from Adidas and all that. But when you see the people behind the brands, you see the designers who make the shoes. And the cool thing is these brands, they watch everyone. Like there's been YouTubers or people on forums or whatever, the reviews, they'll read everything and watch everything. I was surprised to find out how many brands when I met in person knew who I was or had watched my videos before I even thought I was even relevant to know who I was. There's a brand named Hoka 11. They make these cushion ultra marathon shoes, and I had one of those shoes a couple years back, and I was like, "This shoe sucks. I hate it. It's too tight, and this and that." And I didn't care for it. Mm-hmm. Fast forward, this past year, I got invited to one of their special events, debuting a shoe, and it's a big race event in California, so it was cool. Anyway, I sat down with the designers of the shoe for that particular shoe, and I said, "So how do you feel about this one?" I'm like, "Oh, this one's actually good. It fits nice and soft and blah, blah." And they're like, "Yeah, we're glad. We saw your review on that one from 2 years ago." And I'm like, "Wait, which one?" They're like, "The one from 2 years ago, the one you were complaining you hated it and you threw it in the video and you were young about it." I was like, "Wait, you seen that?" The video only had 5,000 views. That's a very small sample of what you would think who to watch it.
Yeah.
But they're the ones that watched, and they're like, "Yeah, we made some modifications based off what you were saying about that shoe."
Yeah.
Which is scary to think a company made a shoe that's available in worldwide based off some things that we say as consumers. Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of scary, cool, but yeah."
It's probably cool to have that kind of impact. Everything you say matters.
Yeah, I really feel like this world has changed with the influencers. So I guess I'm what you call a social influencer. I guess that's how my title, by definition, but it's what I think it used to be commercials. It used to be just the athletes from the brands that would promote things. And I would, like Michael Jordan. We all bought the Jordans because we want to be like Mike. Mm-hmm. But I feel slowly the people who can be influencers is opening it up. You're seeing all the athletes doing it, of course, but then you got music people, artists. You got Kanye West with the Yeezys from Adidas. Like it used to be athletes get their own shoes. Now you got artists getting their own shoes. You got, Beyonce signing with Adidas. You got Drake with Nike. Like you got all these different artists and influencers. Now you're getting YouTubers getting their own shoe deals. Like I have a friend named Chris. He has a website named weartesters.com. He's been reviewing shoes for 10 years or plus. And he's like designing his own shoe because he has so much influence in like the sneakerhead culture.
Mm-hmm.
Brands are actually reaching out to him to design his own shoe, like to sponsor his own like model shoe. And it's like, man,
Awesome.
like, yeah, like we're the influencers are in control of this thing now.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're saying with the whole business and the whole like this side of running, it's like a whole other realm.
Mm-hmm.
Used to be just working out. Now I'm just all this is
Yeah.
part of it now. So it's kind of a new thing.
Yeah. What does your process look like when you're reviewing? So do you just test out each shoe and then go run for a week, or what is your?
So the thing is time, be efficient with your time, but also be thorough. So what I typically do, I mean, just from the start, I'll look up to see what's coming out.
Mhm.
I like to try to review things that are going to be relevant, things that people want to see. So it's just kind of researching. All right, what's coming out from Nike, New Balance, Adidas? All right, what looks interesting? What's something they may not expect that they might be interested in, or topics? So let's say a shoe. For example, I just had a shoe. It's actually back there. I was recording. My cameras are back there. It's a shoe from Nike's. It's a new technology. So it's like uses little bubbles and like some cushioning's weird. It's like a new thing. I'm like, well, that's interesting. I never heard of that. Like, so I went and reached out to Nike about a month ago and said, hey, could I have like an early sample of this shoe? So I get the shoe. I'll wear it for a few runs, a short run, a long run, a fast run, relative to my speed. I say fast, but after that, I just research, get information about like the stats and all that, the boring stuff. And then my videos are modeled based off of, I guess I should go back about my videos, what they are. So my reviews, I try to focus on the information, but still be entertaining at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And also like involve the culture of running. So a lot of reviewers, they kind of just do the thing where they sit down in front of the screen and go, this is the shoe. This is a Nike shoe. This is a great shoe. Anybody got time for that?
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, if we're running, let's show the shoe in action. So I have a lot of my friends. So I might go out and ask, a friend from here or from college or Megan Lloyd or Gilbert and say, hey, would you want to also try the shoe? Like I get you a shoe, same shoe I got. You'll wear it for a week. So typically I'll get the second shoe for the second person. They'll try it, I'll try it. We have different perspectives on it, or maybe the same, but I make it sure that they have full ability to say what they want to say about the shoe, regardless if I like it or not, because it's all about perspective. It's all opinions. So after they get the shoe for a week, I get the shoe for a week, we'll do our runs, we'll meet up, and then I get my camera, my equipment, and we'll go out somewhere, a park or whatnot, and we'll record the shoe, record them running. I'll give my my opinion over the voiceover over the video. So you see them running, you see the action shots, the slow motion, the dramatic sunsets, all the fun stuff. And then at the end, we do a post-review review. So that takes about another like 10 minutes where we kind of just go over the tidbits, things we might have missed in the overall review. Editing. So that takes about at least 10 to 14 hours per video.
Mm-hmm.
The audio edits, the editing, the sound, music, the sound effects, the graphics you see popping up, everything is a thing that I have to manually like set.
Right.
So about 14 hours. So the whole process from getting the shoe, researching the shoe, trying the shoe, getting another model for the person, scheduling a time with them, finding a place, time. Also, you got to think about weather. Like today in Austin, it's raining. So I probably wouldn't want to record at 10 o'clock a.m. on a wet, rainy day.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good for my equipment. It's not good for the lighting and all that. And if something does happen, I have to reschedule. So it's a lot of everything has to be in line, make it work. But yeah, 14, 15 hours later, you see your little 4-minute video on YouTube and people go, oh, cool. You're like, I spent 14 hours and I get a cool. So
Yeah.
a lot of time gets put into it, but it's like I said, people see the final product of whatever you're doing, a video, a workout, a race. They see the end result and go, "Wow, that's pretty cool." But they don't see all the little things that goes into
I
it.
went into it.
So yeah, it's a lot of hours, a lot of time, but we make it look fun.
Yeah. Are there
It,
any
it,
are there any lessons that you could like take from, say, your experience learning video editing? May apply to like training in general, or like what?
uh, I think let's see. I know with video, to me, it's being consistent. Sometimes we get excited about things, and it's easy to do a whole week of videos. Just like with working out, like I know when I was getting back in shape, it was kind of hard at first, but then I kind of got the routine of things. Like, oh, I'm excited. So you work out every day, but it's like, no, you got to space it out. You got to make sure you don't burn yourself out too much, too quick. And the main thing, keep it fun.
Mm-hmm.
The second videos became too much work, I found myself getting burnt out. I had the similar thing with running, where I want to get in shape. I want to have this goal time. I want to, I want to get some abs or whatever it may be. Like, you get so, like, your mind so set on getting that goal, you'll lose like perspective on the process. Everything's a journey. Everything's a process. You got to enjoy the journey, because the journey is the long road. It's like, you don't want to skip your days thinking about, oh, my goal is October. It's like, no, well, you have today and tomorrow. So it's just enjoying the process. And now I try to enjoy me recording the videos with my friend. Just enjoy the moment of me recording with them and interacting with them and having that fun moment, being outside. Not so much the video has to get done. It's out due tomorrow. It has to be good. Like, no, just one piece at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And just enjoy the parts of it. So same with running. Enjoy the warm up, enjoy the hard days, enjoy your easy days. Take a break when you need a break. Come back when you're ready. Don't get too over your head with everything, and take things in pieces. Remember, it's a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Don't eat the whole thing at once. You get overstuffed, you feel bloated, you feel fat, you feel lazy, you fall asleep, you wake up, and you feel terrible about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just eat a slice, one slice at a time.
Is there time?
Yeah, you can, change the toppings up a little bit.
There we
But
go.
you get one slice at a time.
Yeah. So what should a runner, either a beginner or maybe a little more advanced, what should they be looking for when they're trying on different shoes? Is it just subjective feel, or what?
Oh man, this is the end all argument of everyone who ever try on shoes. This is my simple thing. Put a shoe on and ask yourself, does it feel weird? Does it feel okay? Like, people say, what are you looking for? Do you have toes? I mean, you have toes. You have space in your toes? Like, the shoe, is it too tight? I don't think I can say a lot of people wear shoes that are too tight. So that's the only thing I would say. All right, check to see how it fits. Other than that, people will get into the weights and the drops and the cushionings and the knits and the fly knits and the swooshes and the branding and the marketing. Marketing is a powerful thing in shoes. We will get anything for any reason because it's cool to have it, or because this person wore it, or you saw it on TV and the marathoners wore it. It's just like, put the shoe on. Does it fit? Does it feel good? Any shoe that I can have on that I don't think about when I'm running, it's a good shoe.
Mm-hmm.
The less you can think about, running's hard. Running's difficult. If you can run without thinking about, oh, my shoes hold me back, or this, or my heel slipping, and all the little things. So I'm not too big. I mean, I have a lot of shoes, but sometimes it's just like, you know what? Just the basic thing. Does it fit? Does it feel good? Don't worry about branding, marketing, the Zooms and the Vaporflies and the bouncy foams. It's marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the main thing. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Make sure it fit.
What are some of your all-time favorite shoes?
All-time favorite shoes. This might get me in trouble, but so not to get political, but the term MAGA, MAGA. So I'm an ASICS guy.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my things on my channel was making ASICS great again. So the ASICS used to be like they're the OG, the originators of like the real runner shoe. Like, everyone knew ASICS was the shoe you get for like running. And the last like 8 years, they fell off the map pretty bad. So my thing is, I'm an old guy. I'm a classic guy. So even though they're not as good as they used to be, I'm going to push for ASICS to be great again.
Mm-hmm.
So people ask, what's your favorite shoe? I'm like, the Asics. Which one? The Asics. That's it. Any Asics.
Yeah.
So I always say Asics. Surprisingly, I know this is lame. I'm gonna lose some subscribers for this one. Skechers. I know the shape ups, the old man shoe, you know, the life alert, fall down, I can't get up, you know, all that. I get it. But Skechers, man, I was the guy who was like, I wear Nikes, Adidas, whatever, New Balance, and I was like, Skechers makes running shoes, and that's when I kind of got in the industry and I learned that there was divisions of companies.
Mm-hmm.
So every company owns another company. Like, just like in food industry, you know, Frito-Lay owns this and Coca-Cola owns that. And you didn't know Jell-O was owned by Kraft and Kraft was owned by this. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they have different divisions of Skechers. So they have a performance line. And I was like, okay. They sent me a shoe. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. Okay. I won't tell anybody about it. I tried it and I was like, man, this shoe's like really good. It was like, it just fit my foot well and it was super light and bouncy. And I was like, man, this was actually enjoyable. And then I got another shoe from them. And I was like, man, this is actually good. And so then Nikes came out with something and tried those. And I was like, oh my God, I think I prefer the Skechers over the Nike. And so right now, like my favorite shoe, it's a Skechers. It's called the Go Run Ride. A horrible name. Horrible name. It's so confusing because they have like go run this, go run that. They're all different, like
giving go runs.
Yeah, it's too many go run versions. But I'm like, for the sake of video, go run ride, Skechers. So if those who are watching this, you're like, Skechers, so that's the one to try.
Awesome.
So that is the one.
There's a final question we ask everyone. And
all right.
touched on a lot of points. So if you reiterate something, that's totally fine. It's, what are your top 3 recommendations for young athletes?
Well, I said patience. You know, about being consistent and doing all the little things. I think it's just be positive. I know it's cliche, but sometimes you got to tell yourself, I'm doing okay. I'm doing well. I had a race the other day. Like, I don't race, but that was like my first race in 2 years. And in the middle of the race, I was like, man, I'm tired. And I was like, no, I'm racing. Like, I'm healthy. I'm in an environment that I'm able to do this. I'm blessed to be able to do what I'm doing right now. I'm okay. I'm good. Don't worry about time. It's just be positive. Sometimes we just get into this negative mindset. Mm-hmm. Be positive through the process. And I guess the third one. I need some advice for these kids. Well, my channel's outro is always be sure to stay in school, don't do drugs, and keep it tight. That's what I like to say is so stay in school is always be a learner. Always learn. Don't ever feel like you just know everything. It's always more to know about something. Mm-hmm. Like, continue the process of getting better. Continue the process of learning more, gaining more knowledge. Don't do drugs. It's not necessarily like a drug, but just don't become so obsessed over something. Anything could be a drug. An addiction, obsession. Don't get too involved in something where all your eggs are in one basket. You know, be balanced, be versatile, have more perspective going on, and just be able to like help others, and don't become just one dimension. Mm-hmm. And keep it tight. It's just stay true to yourself. You know, we got a lot of in this world, we're all trying to follow the next person and be like someone else. It's like, stay true to yourself, do the right thing, do what you want to do. You can't live for other people. Mm-hmm. So if your goal is to be an athlete, be an athlete. If your goal is to be an artist, do that. People, my friend, I was telling you about the Canadian Championships. I mean, people were told her like, okay, well, you're lucky to just be in college running, let alone, why are you trying to be a professional? Why are you trying to do this? Like, you graduated, you get good grades, go use your degree and go get a real job. Go do this, go do that. But that wasn't what she wanted to do. Mm-hmm. You know, she stayed true to herself. You know, she got into coaching. Now she's a head collegiate coach. She's a professional runner at the same time. She's doing all these things that you're not supposed to do. But why? Because she stayed true to herself. She kept patient. Her own lane, stay patient, did her own thing, because you can't live for other people. Mm-hmm. So if you want to be a runner, be a runner. If you want to be athlete or doctor or a YouTuber, I used to be a teacher. I taught for 6 years in the public school system. When I left after that 6th year to be a YouTuber, they thought I was stupid, that I was crazy. Like, you gonna risk your whole career and all that? I was like, no, but this is what I love to do. This is what I enjoy doing. This is the risk I'm taking for myself, and I got to live for myself. I can't live thinking like, well, I didn't want to take that chance because, people told me that I shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of it.
Yeah, anything worth being successful for it's a risk.
Mm-hmm.
That's why otherwise everyone would just do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a risk. Take a few risks, but yeah, keep it tight. That's the last one. But yeah, that's all I got for you, man.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for coming on and being my guinea pig here with the Zoom.
Yeah, man. We'll try. Zoom's cool. I mean, it's like you didn't need any of the extra nonsense and the Googles and the Skypes.
Yeah, no, it worked. So thank you so much.
All right, no problem, man. Oh, one more thing.
Yeah.
Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave a like. Leave a comment. The whole YouTuber thing. Gotta do all that. Do all that. But yeah, man, we're good to go, man. I'm about to go. Let's see, 10 o'clock. You know what? I'm about to go to Phil's Ice House.
Nice.
You been there?
Good. Yeah, it's good.
Oh gosh, it's so good.
I'm
gonna get fat.
There we go. We're giving a shout out to Phil's
Ice House. All right, man. Well, I appreciate your time. Appreciate being on here. We made it happen.